Okay, session 12 is upon us, and we are almost to the very end. The topic of session 12 is divorce and remarriage. And if you know anything about families, divorce and remarriage is something that can very much affect a family unit. So we're going to cover chapter 15 for this particular session. So go ahead and read chapter 15. We are going to do 2 items this week that go along with divorce and remarriage. The first is the macro and micro divorce factors journal. When you access the journal, you're going to see that you need to review some information in the book. Let me move my screen just a little bit. Hopefully you can see better now. So go back to your textbook and review the macro and micro factors. And just as a reminder, the word macro means very big, very large scale. And then the word micro is very small or very individualistic. So as we've done with all of our journals, we're going to copy and paste the formatting into the entry box, change our entry to a different color, and hit that blue button, save. It's session 12. I'm sure you don't need me to show you how to do that right now. Next, you are going to complete your session 12 lecture notes. So we're going to do what we normally do, make a copy, and then we will be able to see what we should be adding. So this time you're going to just breeze through chapter 15 and enter information into the notes as you read through the chapter. If you see there are some similar questions asked in the journal and in the notes, they are similar, they are not the same. So make sure you pay attention to what each type of question is asking. You'll complete those notes, you'll wrap it up with those summary questions, and you will submit. The next step in session 12 is going to be to read and review and access the stage 3 directions. So this is the final stage. There were 3 stages of your final project. You're going to access those directions here, and we are going to make sure that we watch the video that Miss Guy made that walks us through the explanation of stage 3. You're going to review that video, and then, this is a little different for this week than it has been in the past, you are going to have a small assignment due this week that has to do with your final project. And there is a separate video here within stage 3 that walks you through exactly how to do that. So after you read the chapter and do the journal and the lecture notes, you are going to access final project stage 3. And there are 2 videos within that document to watch. The first is stage 3 directions. The second is the test video directions. And that is something that you will actually do inside of session 12 in order to make sure that you are going to be ready to complete and submit a portion of stage 3, which will be due in another few weeks. So let me also remind you that session 12 is opening pretty early. All right, so it's opening on Friday, November the 12th, and session 12 is not due until Tuesday, November the 30th. However, depending upon when you watch this video, I want to bring your attention to the late work deadline. So the late work deadline in this course is, or was, Tuesday, November the 23rd. So that is or was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So all late work has to be turned in by that deadline. And any moment after Tuesday, November the 23rd There will be no items accepted late. So it is very important that you make sure for session 12 and for session 13 that you have all things submitted well before the deadline. That way you don't run into any issues of hovering around that 11:55 p.m. mark and Moodle not accepting your work. I hope that you have a grand time exploring in this particular session, and I cannot wait to see you on camera with your test video telling me a little bit about your social problem. As always, reach out if you have questions or concerns. I'm only an email away.